15. Good morning.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us this Monday morning.
Yes, welcome into the morning drive. And today in the studio, we've got Eunice with us. Welcome back, Eunice. Hi.
Hi.
Gotta adjust her microphone too far away. So, Eunice is from the Straits Times, ST Food online editor.
Yes.
So, where have you been eating, makaning, since we last saw you?
Ooh, many
Everywhere.
new places.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everywhere I eat.
Wait, but today we're here to talk about rice dumplings, yes?
Yeah, in Chinese we call it 粽子. Or in
Okay.
Hokkien, bacang.
Bacang.
Right?
Bacang.
Which is a
Yes.
misnomer because
Why?
these days, the zhang is no longer filled with just ba. Right? Ba is
Yes.
like meat.
Meat.
Because dumplings come in all kinds of various different flavors.
Thank you for explaining that, because for a minute there you had me lost.
Why?
The chung is not full of bar and the bar is inside the chung. I'm like, what's going on?
Let me explain it to you.
Yes.
So, Eunice,
Yes.
we eat this 粽子because of what is the festival? Dragon Boat
Dragon
Festival.
Boat Festival,
Ah,
correct.
which
Okay.
is happening end of this month,
May 31st.
May
Okay.
31st.
So what's so
Yes.
special about this festival? What is so special about the batang?
Eunice, come
Okay,
tell
let
us.
me try to explain this as accurately as possible.
Okay.
I don't know. Legend has it,
Yeah.
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That back in the day,
During some dynasty,
yes,
Yes.
there was apparently a very talented
Poet.
poet, official,
Okay.
who, well, I guess was I don't know, loyal server of his
Yes.
country,
Yeah.
who apparently got backstabbed.
yeah. Then he was
By-
exiled,
Yeah.
right? And then he was very depressed and he, drowned himself in a river.
So he got backstabbed. He was exiled. He
Yeah.
threw himself into the river to drown.
Yes.
This is like corporate banking. Same, huh? The Chinese
mean-
politics. back then. Yeah.
Some things don't change,
Yeah.
So to prevent the villagers, to prevent the fish from eating his body,
Yes.
they threw these rice dumplings into the river.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. So that's how this whole tradition came about.
And then
of
people
eating-
realized
yeah.
that these rice dumplings really tasted good. So they all got in their rowing
Yeah.
boats and they rowed out to get the dumplings. And that's how dragon boat racing started.
Yes, that too. Okay, but seriously, it is time to eat bacang
Okay,
once
let's get down
again.
to it.
Now, this recent article, right, titled "Rice Dumpling Season Gets Inspired by Asian Flavors and Local Dishes." What kind of flavors are we talking about?
Okay, so in terms of the Asian flavors, we're getting like kimchi.
Yeah, I was looking at that kimchi one.
Yeah.
Looks really good.
There's kimchi. There's Sichuan peppercorns. So quite a bit of spiciness
Right.
to
Mala
the
lah,
flavors,
right?
and yeah. Just also because I mean they're flavors that Singaporeans really love.
Yes.
And if you talk about flavors that Singaporeans really love, that Fullerton Hotel's chicken satay rice dumplings sounds good.
Yes.
yeah, if you love
Looks
satay.
good too.
Yes. So I think quite a few of them also I guess it's just nice that this year is SG60. So quite a few of them I think they did mention that because it's SG60 they wanted to do like local flavor as well. Just I mean why not, right? Like yeah, have some fun with it. Every year it's like that. We always try to find some of the new crazy flavors.
Yeah,
They still
yeah,
taste
yeah.
good. Not too far off depending on what your flavor is. But yeah.
When you were doing this article, what did you find was the most innovative?
I actually thought the chicken satay one was quite
Quite out there, right?
out there.
Yeah.
There was a chili crab one as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
okay.
think that's pretty cool too. And I do think that the innovation, like I said, is you can be innovative, but you can't go too far off. Right.
This kung pao chicken and morel mushroom rice dumpling looks good. I
Yeah.
think that will work.
Yeah.
But we all see dumplings as being triangles, right? But there's this one in the art. It looks like lontong.
The
is
beef
it?
one.
Yeah, it looks
yeah,
like
yeah.
lontong.
It's a
This one is what?
longer.
Beef.
The-
Oh,
It's beef.
Teochew beef rice dumpling.
Yeah.
Stuffed with tender beef short ribs, salted egg, Chinese mushroom, braised peanut, barley, and preserved winter melon.
You see,
Yeah.
that's why they had to make it long, because there's so much inside.
Yeah, and I tell you, because you're paying so much, right?
Yes.
These dumplings are huge. Right?
Yes, they are.
Most of them, and they're so big and stuffed to the brim that they're misshapen. They're not in that typical triangle shape anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of the flavors that I want to try. Okay, we'll talk more when we go on Facebook right now.
Why start your day any other?
Okay, so the ones that you've tried that are good, the chicken satay, right?
The chili crab. The what's that? The crystal jade. The crystal jade ones.
Is it the sweet
Yeah, the
one?
sweet ones.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not big on the sweet ones,
I
to
know.
be honest.
Me too.
But I don't know. I feel maybe it's age. They're kind of growing on me.
No, but I think a lot of people do have a sweet tooth, and it's a nice way of fulfilling the sweet tooth.
Yes, and they're actually not big. So the sweet ones tend
Yeah.
to be
Smaller.
smaller.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not too much.
Yeah.
Right, and so say like the Raffles Hotel one, the one that's by Jeremy Leong, it actually comes with kaya. So I actually think that
Excuse
pairing
me.
is
Wait,
quite
Bale,
nice.
it comes
Yeah,
with
yeah.
kaya.
Yeah.
No, not just kaya. It's a lemongrass rice dumpling with their signature kaya.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's nice and compact.
Oh my goodness.
I think it might work.
Yeah.
It
It's not the
does?
first time they're doing
Oh.
a pairing with their kaya. It's just that the flavor of the dumpling is different.
Okay, so I know Jeremy. Jeremy, we need your dumplings, please.
Yeah, like real, Jeremy.
No, I do.
Huh?
I do,
Really?
yes,
He's
I
on your
do.
mobile
He's
phone
on
contacts
my-
list.
He's on my
Okay,
contacts list.
get me some, thanks.
Okay.
Okay, so do you find that flavors in festival foods like rice dumplings are still being preserved after all this time? Because I feel some things should be left, like
And not
just
touched.
Traditional.
Traditional. Because I love my nonya zang, I love
Yes.
my regular ba zang.
Yes.
Without these newfangled flavors, I feel it's a
Yes.
bit disconcerting for me to eat satay and rice in a
Right.
dumpling. Yeah.
No, I totally get where you're coming from, and I think you don't have to worry about that because we pick out the new crazy ones to write about because that's really interesting and that's new, right? But each hotel or restaurant or even a hawker store, they will still carry the traditional option. Yeah, I mean, I think that will never go out of style because you still want to have something that without even tasting it will taste good. Yeah, but in this case, for the sake of work, we
poor
try
you.
the crazy stuff.
You're taking a hit. You're taking a hit.
We
for
try the
this.
crazy stuff, just to make sure that they're doing things right still.
Okay, I've got to say
Yeah.
that there's one that I would like to see, and I have never tasted, and I wonder why no one's ever done it. A dumpling with batang.
Bakwa.
Ay, bakwa, not batang.
Bakwa, yeah.
A dumpling with bakwa. There should be one by Bi Ching Hyang. And I think that makes sense. The bakwa specialist,
they are
right?
big- they are
Because
big
they do
bakwa.
the bakwa anyway.
Okay, so
Yeah.
guess where I'm going
Yes.
after work today?
I've never tried it, but I think it will work.
Yeah, it will.
Bakwa with anything.
It goes with
is
anything.
good,
Yeah,
right?
it goes
Right?
with anything, bakwa.
So I think maybe if you think about it in terms of the different elements and the flavors, I mean, you eat mala, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you eat mala.
Yeah.
You eat rice, right? You have some meat component in there. It's just maybe in the package of a pyramid. And
So in other words, it's the same as putting the meat and the rice
No,
in your
this
mouth.
reminds me of a song. I have a pineapple. No, wait, what was it? I have a
pen.
mala. I
yeah.
have a rice.
yeah, mala
Mala.
bada.
Okay, sorry.
No,
So
no,
random.
stop it.
Okay, pork trotter and peanut with Sichuan green peppercorn rice. This must be spicy because it's kind of mala
Yeah, it's got a
flavor,
bit,
Yeah,
right?
it's got a bit of the malaish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is the big trend, I think.
Yes.
We love our mala. So I'm not surprised this has actually
Yeah.
come into the picture
Yeah.
from One Hao Chinese restaurant. Which this is the first time they're introducing this
Yes.
batzang. The pork trotter is braised with Chinese herbs for about 90 minutes, then marinated overnight in a green peppercorn sauce that gives it a good numbing kick. Then they've got peanuts and black fungus in there for extra texture. I could get down with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not bad at all. So, after trying, let me see, so many of these. Do you think that people are no longer satisfied with like just traditional festival foods? Are we being bored? Or do we want, new stuff all the time?
I think we always want new stuff.
Yeah. But
right?
are people willing to pay? Because these
'Cause
are all
it's expensive,
premium.
man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think if it's for gifting, so same like with Mooncake Festival, right? Like Mid-Autumn Festival,
True,
right?
true.
People generally gift, I guess something a little bit more premium,
Yeah.
in a nice packaging and
Yeah,
all that.
yeah,
And,
yeah.
and it has translated to bacang over these years, right? That they also come in nice packaging. But I think for personal consumption, maybe you might try one for kicks,
Yeah.
maybe.
Actually, that's
Yeah.
interesting because I do give out, say, like mooncakes, which are more expensive. But at home, give me the traditional one, and
Yeah.
that's what I want.
What?
Yeah.
No, I still want to be sent good premium quality stuff. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Just
No,
putting
if
it out
someone
there.
is going to send it to me,
Yeah.
I will eat it. But what I'm saying is, if I'm going to
You
buy
buy,
it,
yeah.
I will buy the traditional.
Yeah.
The simple traditional
yeah,
must have the
maybe.
egg in it, the egg
Yes.
yolk. Otherwise, no
True.
point.
So I think this
know?
this is a trend that's gearing towards corporate gifting, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yes,
Probably.
Yes, yes, yes.
And then people who are
Yes.
crazy about batang.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I think if you have the local flavors, if you have friends in town, it's actually a great gift for them to try as well, right? Because chicken rice in the dumpling,
Actually, chicken rice on the dumpling.
Oh,
chicken
yeah.
and rice, right?
Yeah,
It's just
exactly.
the
No, but
dumpling
you need to
form,
have
right?
the rice, the chicken rice, right?
Yeah.
And then what else will go into a chicken rice dumpling?
Chicken.
Yeah.
And then the chicken rice, you make the dumpling.
Yeah.
And we have the answer to Malacca's chicken rice ball.
Oh, that's
We have the dumpling.
That's true.
They have the rice ball, we have the dumpling.
Yeah, then you put a little bit of the ginger. in
Yes.
there. Okay,
They come
some
with a
spring
side of
onion.
chili,
Yeah. Okay. So
right?
why
Yeah.
have you seen a chicken rice batang before?
So in Shangri-La's set, they have a
Yes.
Heritage of Asia
Uh-huh.
set. There is a chicken rice dumpling
There is one.
inside.
Shangri-La, why didn't you tell me?
Yes.
Oh, why you never send us? We love our batang here.
For those of you listening to us and watching us, you can tell we're not shy. We are not shy, okay?
Beyond just rice dumplings, okay, are there any other festival specific foods that you've noticed undergoing these modern reinterpretations?
I would say the main one would be, like we mentioned, Mid-Autumn Festival.
Yeah,
I think
mooncakes.
mooncakes are also one of those where people just
Anything goes, right?
sweet, savory.
Yeah.
I've had mala mooncake before.
What?
Mala mooncake.
Actually, really good.
How does that work?
Wow.
So they kind of I can't remember where it came from.
But does it still have the lotus paste?
Yes. So they kind of infused
The lotus
the
paste.
peppercorn
Flavor.
so it's a bit numbing. It throws you
Weird.
off completely.
Weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
But would I honestly buy it again?
Yeah.
I probably won't.
Yeah, it's novelty.
Yeah, novelty.
Yeah.
Novelty.
Yeah.
No, so how do restaurants, hotels, they make sure they they're authentic to the tradition, to the taste, when it comes to these rice dumplings, whether it's the presentation, the shape, I don't know.
So I think that's also why the shape doesn't really change.
Except for that one that looks like lontong.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
The size may change,
Yeah.
right? The shape generally still sticks to the triangle, the pyramid.
And then it has to be in a banana leaf. right?
bamboo,
Oh, bamboo?
leaf.
Bamboo
if I'm
leaf.
not wrong.
Oh.
Yes.
Shoot. I
Yeah,
don't know my
yeah,
batang.
yeah. So the general.
Okay, come,
yeah.
let's continue this conversation. Real life here on 1FM 91.3. We're so engrossed in
Yes,
talking
absolutely.
about batang with Eunice from the Straits Times, and just the different flavors that's out this year, right? So there's mala, there is kung pao chicken,
Yeah.
Kimchi.
Kimchi.
dumpling. I don't know how that might work.
I can see a kimchi dumpling working completely. Why not?
Okay,
Yeah.
let me see what else is in the kimchi dumpling.
Kimchi.
No, aged kimchi, kurobuta cured meat,
Yeah.
and mushrooms. Okay,
It
it's got
works.
that meat element.
It works.
Yeah, so we're just talking about how restaurants actually ensure the taste or the flavor or the presentation is authentic. So keeping with the shape.
Yeah.
The
The glutinous
is one of
rice.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
rice, the glutinous rice has
Yes.
to be there, right?
Yes.
So you can't use like a bread dough for bacang.
No.
Then it
Ooh.
wouldn't be called a rice dumpling.
No, that would be called a
Yeah.
mashed up pizza.
Although having said that, there are some of them that they use different kinds of grains. So in a bit to be a bit healthier.
Yes, I noticed that some of them are using.
So
yeah.
you do get, rice will always be the base.
Yes.
Right? And then you have those that put in like, I've seen like the barley, purple rice.
Yes.
There's some with like a lot of beans, so like mung bean.
I don't like those.
Red bean.
No,
But
they're
that
nice.
kind of tends toward
Yeah.
the sweeter
the sweeter side, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not
It's
that
too
big a
out
fan
there
of
for
that.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Elvin says, how about nasi lemak? I'm sure somebody has come up with a nasi lemak
Oh,
batang.
I have not seen it
Hey, a
this
nasi
year,
lemak
though.
batang would be a good idea, no?
What a great idea. Maybe someone will come up with this.
Yeah. The other thing
Do
is,
nasi lemak batang and sell it at Hari Raya time.
okay, that might
Food.
work too. Even though batang is typically a
It's
Chinese
typically
thing.
Chinese,
yes,
but
yes,
it's a
yes.
way of bringing cultures together.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
Yes,
Yes,
marrying
yes.
the
Yeah.
two.
Yes.
This one,
Marrying the
olive
cultures.
greens braised pork. I think they're talking about the mei cai, is it? And
yes.
koro, yes.
Yeah, mei koro,
Yes,
yes.
yes. So that's a very,
So I kind of see the kimchi
ah,
pork thing kind of working that way.
Correct.
In that light.
In that-
Yeah,
in
because I
that
think
manner.
there's some, I think the Crystal Jade one, they have like a Thai ball one as well.
So, okay, one last question. Trends like pistachio, matcha craze, all sorts of, different trends coming together. Do you see them becoming the focal point for different types of food here in Singapore?
I think in terms of maybe it being, trends, they always say trends come and go.
Yep.
Right. So we may be a bit obsessed about it. I don't deny that. I think we have a part to play in it as
Yeah.
well, maybe, because it is interesting and it is new.
Yep.
Right. But there's I think a lot of businesses, they're very careful. They will promote, that these are seasonal products.
Yep.
And that's fine, right? But it will also be just to show a bit of creativity, add a bit of fun to the scene, to the trend, and that's it. And I think that's
And then
good
next
enough.
year we do something else altogether.
I think that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Keeping it fresh.
Keeping it fresh,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So, Dragon Boat Festival is May 31st.
May
That's
31st.
when you get ready for your batang pig out session. If you're interested, the article, Rice Dumpling Season Gets Inspired by Asian Flavors, Local Dishes, is out on the Straits Times right now. Thank you so much, Eunice,
Thank you.
for joining us yet again here on 1FM.
The Morning Drive, 1FM.